So hi everyone, my name is Bhumika HS and I would like to take the opportunity to welcome you all to my YouTube channel, The Space Alchemist. I personally am an architect and interior designer and a Vastu consultant, and because of my association with Vastu, I've had the opportunity to explore topics in astrology as well. So in today's session, I wanted to take up a topic that's very predominantly discussed and one of the major fundamental foundational stones of astrology being the Sun Mahadasha or the Surya Mahadasha. I am going to try to keep it as neutral as possible in terms of these topics and probably give you examples associated to it to give you a head start or a kickstart into understanding these topics in a simple manner. You guys can read or listen to other people as well to get a complete idea of it. Like I said, I do not give consultations or coaching for astrology. This is just something I'm sharing information for probably entertainment purposes and information purposes. Alright, so starting off, like I said, let's talk about the Sun Mahadasha or the Surya Mahadasha. Predominantly, when we talk about the sun, the first thing that I can associate the sun to is the father. So, if okay, before I come into explaining the father, let me tell you this: any planet that is there, especially in astrological chart, irrespective of however it is, when we look at it, you must understand that the planet can, when you're running through that particular planet's Mahadasha, you are going to experience both negative effects and positive effects. The only difference is it depends on if your planet is positively placed. So if it's your sun, if it's positively placed, you'll have more percent of positive things happening during the Mahadasha. And if it's more negative, you'll have more negative things happening in that Mahadasha. But you are going to have mixture effects of the sun, personalities and relations of that during this Mahadasha, right? So coming back again, the Sun Mahadasha, basically the first thing that I can relate to is the father, right? So depending on mind where your sun is placed in your chart, or if you're going through your Sun Mahadasha, you can see that your father figure or your actual father or somebody you look up to as a father or a guardian, a man who can associate it to a father, can be a very predominant person during this Mahadasha. Okay, so there might be cases where if it's positively placed, your father might be one of your biggest supporting stones. You might be able to see that up compared to other Mahadashas that you've gone to, Sun is somewhere that he's really going to help you out get through whatever you're going through. He's going to be your backbone. He's going to make sure everything is smooth, everything is fine, everything. Apart from that, your Sun is associated with your ego. It's respected to it represents respect, authority, enthusiasm, expression. All of these are governed by the Sun. So you'll see, you can, if it's positively placed, there are chances where you'll be more expressive, more authoritative, more dominating, more power dominating. Okay, more powerful, more influence amongst people. You might be able to see that if you're into more of these politics and all that, you might get a good position in the politics department as well. So all of these are associated with the sun, right? So if it's positively placed during this Mahadasha, you can actually see all of these prospel into good things and positively affect you. One more thing is that since sun, like I said, is more of a planet of brightness, a planet of aggression, a planet of anger, the brightness, the intensity, the heat, all of these can be situations where during this Mahadasha you might have heightened amount of pride, heightened amount of ego, heightened amount of anger, stubbornness. All of these are something that you'll be able to notice during this particular Mahadasha as well. In case the Sun Mahadasha, your Sun is not positively placed and you're going through your Sun Mahadasha, chances are that you might negatively get a hit back in these things. The Sun deals with your eyes, your heart, and so you might deal with issues related to these segments in this particular thing. And like I said, it's related to the father. Either you might face issues with your father, you might have distances that you'll face, you might have differences with your father. There might be issues where both you and your father might not be able to stand the same ground. There are chances where your father might fall ill. There are chances where your father might experience issues in his professional life because of your charts. That is also possible to an extent, right? Apart from that, you might see that there might be a fall in your power, your position, your reputation, your respect. Your dominance might reduce, your stubbornness might reduce. You might be someone who's just used and thrown around, who's not given respect, who's not given the credibility that you require, who's not given the appreciation. All of these are some things that you can see, and most of the times if it's government related works, especially, and you're going through your Sun Mahadasha, if it's good, you might get a good you might get a government job easily, you might get a good government position. But if it's negatively placed, you might go through scandals, bad mouthing, you might lose a government job, you might not get a government job at all, or even if it is a government job, it might not be something that pays you very well. Even if it pays you very well, it might not be something that you'll get a lot of respect for. So these are the things that you are going to see a big drop down when it comes to the negative aspects of the sun. So these are some things that you can see. Along with that, to an extent, when we talk about the sun mahadasha, sun, I would say, is so just to give you an understanding, sun and Saturn are like father and son, and both of them don't get along very well, because the sun is more of a very egoistic person, a very bright person, a very flamboyant person, like personality traits, while Saturn is more of a dull person. He's more of dealing with the lower masses of the society, while Saturn, like I said, well, Saturn deals with the lower masses of the society, like the workers, the laborers and all that. Sun is more into, like, I'm directly talking with the politicians or I'm talking to the president, that level. And both of them are contrast opposites. So any point of time during your sun mahadasha, you go through your Saturn phase, take it from me, you are going to go through a phase where you will be having oppositions from everything. So just to give you an example, if you're going through a sun mahadasha, and probably you want to go, like, if you just finished your college and you want to take up a course, obviously you'll go to your father, right? And you're like, I want to take this course up. So you say that I want to take engineering, but your father's like, no, take medical, otherwise I'm not going to pay for it. So first ego clash happens there, first difference of interest happens there. Okay, so, and always sun and Saturn, wherever it sits, there is going to be an opposition of opposing forces. There's never going to be a common ground on which you can take a decision. So during your sun mahadasha, at the point of time when Saturn does come in, make sure, take it from me, somewhere you're going to get a hit. Even if not that, when your sun and Rahu come together, there are chances of issues. Excuse me. And when sun and Ketu come together, there are chances of issues. So these are some things that you can look into. Of course, Rahu and Ketu are very different polarities. So the extremities of happening when combined with sun are also different. So look into those aspects as well. But coming back again, when we talk about sun mahadasha, this is less than about 7 years that we span across, lesser compared to it. And when we talk about the sun is actually a very positive planet, as we see in astrology, but the tendencies of sun are such that there might be issues. Even though your entire birth chart may be good, the positioning of it might be good, you might just tend to ruin things on your own because of your ego and your pride. Just to give you an example, imagine you have two people in a relationship, right? And probably say the guy or the masculine is having a strong sun energy. So what happens, the man might develop a lot of egoistic issues. He might feel that, he's more superior to the woman. He might start controlling the woman. He might start dictating the woman. He might start becoming very aggressive. He might start become very authoritative within the house. He might start being very prideful, insulting sometimes, and this might affect the quality of the relationship, because, like, you guys know, keeping all your astrology apart, the main core crux of your relationship is mutual respect and mutual love and all that. And if the person is not able to give the bare minimum, no matter what is given in your birth chart, you're still going to screw it up, right? So at this point of time, I would suggest, always make sure when you're going through a sun mahadasha, there are going to be phases for sure where you'll have a boost of your ego, boost of your pride, or just something good happening during this. If you have a good phase, make sure you don't take it into your head, because if you do, you're going to start losing relationships around you because of the egoistic tendencies that you develop. So most of the times what happened, even though people, when you go for writing your astrological birth charts, people say if your sun is placed good, it's going to be a beautiful mahadasha. But I have personally seen 100 of case studies that I've seen, even though it's mentioned that they have a good timeline happening, there are chances where they've lost a lot of important relationship because of their egoistic tendencies. So try to be as humble as possible. I know sometimes it can be very flattering and you want to be flamboyant, but do it with a little bit of control. Apart from that, during the sun mahadasha, by any chance, if you go through your Sade Sati period, that is 7 years of transit, 7 years of transit of Saturn, 7.5 years of transit of Saturn through your chart, I would say this is kind of the probably the worst phases that I could say for anybody to go through, because Sun and Saturn, like I said, are opposing forces. Saturn is going to question everything that the Sun does, and the Sun is going to resist everything that the Saturn tries to give, right? So you are bound to have issues in every level. If you're in a government office, it's not going to be an easy way you're going to get out of it. You're going to have a lot of scandals. You might get caught, take bribes, you know, or all of a sudden, if you have, you know, even though the entire situation would have been in your favor, but all of a sudden the court declares that, you know, you're probably the guilty, or the other person who's ever having the Sade Sati through the Sun Mahadasha is guilty. All of these are things that you can see. Apart from that, you can see health related issues. The father, there might be extreme issues with the father of it who's going through this, like if the child is having the Sade Sati in the Surya Mahadasha, the father of the child might be having major issues, career issues, he might be having health issues, he might be having, even to an extent, if you ask me, he might be very prideful, or he might be suppressed, his pride might be suppressed. All of these are things that happen in the Sun Mahadasha, especially with Sade Sati. The regarding the Sun, I would say 70% of it is favorable, 30% I would say debatable. Excuse me, but I would again consider that, you know, you do acknowledge the fact that Saturn is a planet that is extreme in a good, in a not a bad or a good way, but more of an expression way. So make sure you're always humble. I think that's the only remedy that I could suggest for you. But in an astrological perspective, I have seen that, you know, people do suggest to take a copper pot and offer water to the sun in the morning and all. But honestly speaking, coming from a spiritual perspective, I believe everything is within us. So any remedy that you do has to be from within for how you behave. So basic remedies I would probably suggest for you, for those of you going through Sun Mahadasha, having your Sade Sati in there, or if you're just having negative, you know, placement of Saturn and going through your I mean, if you're going through your Sun Mahadasha and you have a negative placement of Sun, then you can basically do remedies for the Sun, as simple as sit down with yourself, meditate every morning, probably in the morning hours, that is the Brahma Muhurta that we say. Sit down, take a deep breath, give gratitude to the universe, and say that I am not the entire thing. I have a lot of things that I don't know. Be grateful for things, and most importantly, say that you surrender your pride to live a very humble life. Otherwise, the universe will find ways to sit and humble you. So just try this out. It's something that I personally worked myself when I went through my Sun Mahadasha, and it's genuinely worked to an extent. Even if my external factors weren't working, internally I was pretty comfortable with who I am and who I was, even though whatever was happening around me. So on a personal experience, they do work meditation, and just be grateful, and do it in the morning hours during the sunrise time or during the Brahma Muhurta. Okay. Apart from that, I don't think there's anything else regarding Sun Mahadasha, because it's very clear it's not a very negatively harming planet as long as it's not going through Sade Sati or it's not negatively influenced. So yeah, that's regarding your Sun Mahadasha.